Hello, 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 Cancers. How are you doing? I'm Patty. I am an empath that is doing your intuitive reading for November 9th through the 15th. So we'll get started. I'm going to be pulling 3 of the oracles. One is for the energies that you're sort of in, and the other 2 is for the energies that'll be coming through this week. We have the new moon, so the last card will be mostly towards the new moon, the 15th, and what you might be seeing for the future as far as that. So we'll get started. Also know that Mars is leaving the retrograde finally on the 13th. Yay, 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 yay. It's finally leaving. So we have something to look forward because the Mars with now just know before the 15th, Mars with Jupiter and Pluto is going to create a lot of turbulence before the 15th, before that new moon. And that's, oh my gosh, I'm so sick of seeing that card. It's just never just wants to keep popping up. Although it is about, learning our, what do you call that? Our intuitive self and ourself and learning about us. That's what this month is pretty much about, is self-awareness kind of thing, which is the first card out. But that is where that is. All right, so let's get started. So the first card out is sort of the energies that you're going through now is the number 3 is all about acknowledgement, but the Wizard of Awareness is trying to get you to be aware of things around you. So if you're noticing things that are a little bit more aware what's going on, that's what this is about. The light in the corner is mainly about spirit, paying attention to keeping your awareness on spirit, your creator, that kind of thing, because in any decisions makings that you have coming up this week, you really are going to need to be aware of that coming up and acknowledging that for yourself. Then we have the gardener, or the gentle gardener, and that is for the number 2. Now, the gentle gardener is a little bit about partnerships, about balance. But the gentle gardener is sort of like learning about yourself and loving yourself through that process. And then we have the dragon's lair, which is the number 10, actually, or the number 1. Something new, something fresh is coming up. Perfect time, because this card's for the 15th around, and that's the moon. The new moon. So it is going to be something fresh, something new. Now, this is going to be also very challenging to you. Something's going to be coming up that's really going to be challenging to you, sort of exciting, challenging. You're not sure how to take it. And it's going to make you a little nervous, but in a good way. So in a good way. So that's a good thing. So a lot of awareness this week about what's going on and being mindful of everything around you. Yeah, we have the Ace of Swords as an offering for the first card out, offering not only of truth, but also of the mind. So what is it that you've been thinking about? Again, remember the main 2 cards out. This is for your past or what's sort of been going on in the last week. This is an offering, sort of like saying a piece of the mind, kind of thing. You've been thinking about something. I don't know what it is, but this is sort of the peace offering, saying, yes, here you go. This is what, this is what you should be doing. This is what you should be thinking about, that kind of thing. Yeah, you've been contemplating. Again, this is from the last week or the beginning of the week energies. This is something that you've been contemplating about that you weren't sure. Now, for somebody, they're so focused on it, they're missing this whole first offering kind of thing. So don't focus so much on it that you miss the boat, because that's what you're doing. You're a little bit, for somebody else, they're depressed or they're going through something that's causing them a little bit of sadness, depression, that kind of thing. Again, that's where you're going to want to be kind and mindful in your journey. So it is a really, for somebody is going through a lot of processing, a lot of trying to figure things out. And this is a time where you really just don't over-process, don't overthink. Sort of go with the flow. We process, overthink, go with the flow kind of thing is better, because we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. Shoot, we don't even know what the rest of the day is going to bring anymore. It's crazy. So Definitely. Yeah. Whatever is going on, it is changing. It is life changing. It is something that you've been really seriously thinking about. Now, this could be a good thing. This could be sort of something that, you really aren't looking forward to. You don't want to do that. Sort of like when I had to sell my horse last year that I've had for 16 years. Boy, did that turn my life upside down. Being an empath, I have to have animals. That's my energies. That's my grounding. And to lose my horse, that was devastating. So something sort of like life turning. But at the end, there was other beautiful things that came through. Once we lose something, we gain something. The divine never takes away and then doesn't replace it with something. That's just not the way he works. So anyway, be mindful of that. Yeah, somebody's going through something, definitely going through something. But here's the thing. For somebody, I don't know who this resonates with, while you go through this storm, you're just sort of calm. You're watching everything go around you, watching everything be turned upside down. You're watching all this that's happening, but you're just sort of there like, somebody's sort of like numb, I want to say, but they're not numb where they're a zombie. They're just numb like, okay, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I've been through enough shit, so this is just what's going to happen. Sort of like that. All right. But then also too, this person that is in the calm is very, very, very knowledgeable, very smart. It knows the matters of not only the heart, but the spirit, and is just saying, you know what, this too shall pass. So I don't know who that's for. And it is going to pass. It definitely is going to pass, because come the 15th, the energies are going to change, completely change. The new moon is going to bring a whole new set of energies. Mars has gone out of the retrograde. It's going to be a whole new set of energies. It's going to be wonderful. We'll have some turmoil beforehand, but yeah. For someone else, it might be resonating with they're doing too much. And again, the beginning of the week, this is something that maybe you started thinking about, that maybe you're doing too much. You're multitasking too much, and then becomes towards the end of the week that we end up, being offered or doing something that is extremely challenging, and we're going to have to remove that juggling and make a decision on one thing or another, because we can't focus in on two things. But the energies off of this is, it's going to challenge you. It's going to completely challenge you. Rock your boat, but it's a good thing. It's like, it's challenging, but it's exciting too. It's sort of like buying a house, signing the papers, and now you're really a house owner, and then you're scared because you got to fix the house, maybe you got to do some things to the house, but it's still an exciting time. But you just signed a $300, $400, $500, $600 million note saying you own this house, but you have to pay this money. Sort of scary, but exciting at the same time. All right. So that's where the end of the week is going to be for somebody. All right. Let's see. I'd like to clarify the tower a little bit more, what this might have to do with for the Cancers for the 9th through the 15th. Okay. Something's changing in a friendship or a relationship. Something's rocky with a friendship or a relationship. Now, just remember, it might be rocky, but it doesn't mean it's over. It doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It's, when relationships are rocky or there's fighting or arguing, it's because there is not enough information to why that is happening. So then people misunderstand people, or they don't get the whole story, or my perspective is not their perspective. And, why don't we talk about it? Why do you say that? Or why did you understand it that way? Rather than sitting down and talking about it, people just get in a big argument. I don't understand that. I mean, even my daughter and I this morning, where she's like, well, that's just not how that's not what I meant. I'm like, well, explain to me how you meant it, because I'm understanding it this way. And so teaching her what my thoughts were, and she's like, oh, well, that's not what I meant. I meant this. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, we're on the same page, just different words, different generations. We're on the same page. Okay. But for somebody, there's losing sleep. So the 9 is intensity. This is a very intense and hard time for somebody. They're being misunderstood. For somebody else, this is a hard time because they're having to make a decision and have to sacrifice something. I don't know who that's for. So they're having to give up something. They're multitasking too many things. But just understand, for this person, when you give up something, again, a new thing's going to be replaced. And sometimes when we multitask, it's sort of like jack of all trades, master of none. It's sometimes really hard to do too many things and then have not the knowledge of something that you really should have been having the knowledge of, because that's your passion, your desire, and your calling. But somebody's doing too much and they're losing sleep and having a hard time. And because they're contemplating too much. Way too much. I don't know who that's for. Something's got to give. It's sort of like in relationships, if somebody's working 24/7 and the other person's home by themselves, even though you might be in a relationship or married, you're not there. So it's really not a relationship. So I don't know who that's for. Yeah, there has to be balance. Yeah. And we got the Hierophant out. The Hierophant being all about spirit. Again, we're talking about balance. And again, awareness. And spiritual awareness. If you get your hands on spiritual awareness first, your life will be a million times easier. Because spiritual awareness versus earthly awareness is night and day. And your earthly awareness is all about happiness, circumstantial, expectations, things that you can see and touch, where joy is internal. And that you can't touch. Can't take that away. Can't take that away. No matter how tired, worn out, or anything, you can't take spiritual joy away. You can take happiness away, and that'll be a roller coaster for you. A lot of people are like, yeah, but no. No. All right. Yeah, justice. So we have the Hierophant and justice. So this is coming towards the end of the week. This is towards the new moon. So again, the new moon is about more spiritual growth, more spiritual. Then we'll go into the waxing crescent after that. And that's more of a releasing thing. So this is the time to really plant your seed, plant your roots, plant whatever it is that you're wanting. Because and the justice is all about truth. So if somebody's going through something that, wow. So somebody's going through something that is really, really stressing them out. And that may have to do with some type of legal paperwork or something. I don't know what kind of stress that is for somebody, but it's like, you know what? The truth shall set you free. And for, I don't know who this is for, it's just what I'm being told, is that light will always overcome darkness. So if somebody's not being honest, don't worry about it. It's going to come out. Trust me, the divine will show it. And if somebody's being truthful, he's going to give you the awareness to spot on what's not truthful. Just like us empaths, he gives us that nudge. Hey, 2 and 2 don't match up 4. Here's where it doesn't match. And you'll be given that because justice is on your side. And that could be spiritual justice, because it doesn't have to mean earthly, but spiritual, because the Hierophant is next to the justice. And let me tell you, the divine's revenge is 10 times harder than any earthly revenge. I've watched it firsthand. And it's like, yeah, I wouldn't do that again. I wouldn't do that again. So, all right. So, divine, is there anything else for Cancers? This is an interesting week, because I know somebody who's a Cancer, and this is actually happening in their life right now. Without just looking at it, I'm thinking about the person, and I'm like, well, yeah, okay, definitely full of this right now. But it's going to change, and I know it's going to unfold, and the person will become spiritually aware, earthly aware, and it will all be good. It will all be good. All right. Let's see if there's anything else. I get some new cards this week, guys. I'm so happy. Woo, I finally get some new. I love these cards. Probably going to keep using them, but I just need to have a switch up. I've got this one other deck. I just can't resonate with it very well. And so the energies I get from it, I don't know if it was somebody who made the cards or maybe the artist, one of the drawings or something. I don't know. I just can't use that deck very, very often. I just don't get positive energies off of it. I get really low vibrations from it, so I don't like to use it as much. Even if I refuel them with crystals and all that kind of stuff and the moon and everything, it just doesn't work. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, an offering for somebody. And it's not only an offering of maybe something for your career, school, or something for your future in your career or school, or your job or finances, or maybe it's for somebody, thank you. They're saying that somebody's hobby is going to bring them money. So maybe thinking about if you're really sort of strapped for money, do you have a hobby that you would really like to do that could bring you extra money? That's actually how I started the horse business. I've just started doing leather work again. My husband said, find a hobby to make some extra money. And so I thought, you know what? I did leather work way back when, and I started doing leather work, and then I started selling horse stuff, and I did more leather work, and boom, I tailed with a company for a year. She asked me to buy her company, and boom, you just never know where it goes. So there's an offering somewhere for somebody. All right. All right, Cancers, that's been your reading for the week of the 9th through the 15th. I know that it was a general reading, so some may resonate with you, some may not. Please subscribe and like and share. If you subscribe, hit the bell because I do the dailies. Dailies are 1 minute, and it will notify you when those are uploaded. So they're usually uploaded like 3:15, 4 o'clock in the morning for people in the other parts of the world. So I hope you enjoy that. Those may go away if I don't get a lot of likes because they do take time, and it doesn't seem like they're picking up, like people like to look at those as much. So if they don't by the end of the month, if you don't hit the likes, then it probably will go away. That's the only way I know that everybody is enjoying the dailies. So that's the only way I can figure out. On my analytics, it doesn't show much else. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you on the 16th. All right. Take care.